All right, let's talk about information products and selling information and also bonuses as well. Now, people come to the internet, they come to the internet for two reasons. All right. Maybe you've heard me talk about this before. I got it from old man Gary Halbert. What did he say? He said people come to the internet for two reasons. One is contact, the other is content. Okay. By contact, a sense, propinquity, a sense of connection with people. Okay. You certainly see this on Facebook, Twitter, celebrity gossip sites, news sites to an extent, and so on. You also really the biggest place where that happens is in your email inbox. Okay, so that's a big part of it. The other thing though is content. And what I mean by content is the answers to the burning questions that we have. So if we go to Google and we type, how do I get him to commit? The communicate comes in. How do I get him? Look what comes up here, right? Right. By the way, quite fascinating. How do I get him to communicate? How do I get him to come back? How do I get him to commit? So even before saying how do I get him to commit, there's two other big burning questions that a woman might have when it comes to her man. This kind of magic 8 ball stuff. How do I get him to communicate? Okay, so how do I get him to communicate? Let's find out. How to get guys to communicate? Well, WikiHow, Savvy Miss, SheKnows.com, and so forth. They supposedly provide the answers. There's a lot of this that goes on the internet. People are really going to the internet for one or both of these things. They're either going for a sense of connection, or they're going to get answers to their burning questions, the correct answers to their burning questions. And that's where info products come in, and bonuses as well. When we make a hard product, something like when Apple makes this is a tracking pad, or this is a hard drive, or this is, I bought this the other day. This is a Beats headphone situation of some sort. Beats by Dr. Dre. So kind of like a headphone situation. Then this is keys to my car. These things have a high cost to get started. Including the lighting that's lighting my face right now, or this is the cap of an orange juice bottle or whatever. And these physical goods have a high cost to get started. They have a high barrier to entry. First of all, we have to invent them in the first place, and we have to invent the right thing, and then we have to physically produce the products and schlep them around here and there, and they have a high cost. But when we take something like, like a book, this is one of my favorite books of all time, Stormfront by Jim Butcher. Highly recommend it, by the way. You take a book like this, and then the game kind of changes, especially once it becomes an ebook, and once it's an electronic product. And I have a lot of ebooks on my iPhone, or where I can access them on my iPad or whatever. Then really the game changes once we're creating information that people want. But what's more valuable? I mean, really, if I had to choose between these particular headphones, and this book, well, I mean, it's a little bit apples to oranges, but if it's a little bit apples to oranges. But if it came down to, gosh, I don't know what else would be something that would be kind of similar, something for entertainment. Well, first of all, most things, really notice that so many things for entertainment really have to do with information, right? Whether it's a video game or a book or whatever. But the point is that we can charge quite a lot for information. There's this myth out there that no, you can't charge for information anymore. It doesn't work. Maybe you can charge for kind of forum access or something like that, but you can't charge for information. And it's just really, strictly speaking, not true. Okay, I just built business after business, 6, 7, 8-figure websites, and what they do is they sell information. And you can have something that really costs you a few bucks to fulfill, and that makes you thousands. Okay, and it's really that's really changes the game. And I know you're involved in this because you're involved in OMG. You've seen us selling products, and then they work, right? Like we sell a blueprint for how to rank #1 on SEO, and then training on how to go from say 50 visitors to your website per day to trade all the way up to really making thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars. Okay, and this is very powerful. So the thing is that that I really, what I want you to have in this video is an understanding and a recognition that information is valuable. People are going to the internet and they're searching for things. And if you need me to give you more examples, it could be something that something that people are worried about. Chest pain, right? It's a big one. People worry about that, or people might worry about my child is struggling. Look at this, in school, in math, in college, with writing, right? All these things come up. I am struggling in college with my faith, at work with weight loss. Okay? Stuff like, let me see if I got P90X right here. What is this? Huge. It's an information product. I mean, for $200, they're selling, little plastic, plastic and cardboard, right? Because what is a CD? A CD or a DVD? DVD is plastic, right? It's plastic and cardboard, $200. This also happens with bonuses as well. So with a bonus, then so often what we can do is we can give somebody an information bonus to stack on to what it is that they're already getting, to augment it, to complete it, to kind of build context around it. Okay, so information can also be used as a powerful bonus, including to get people to buy physical goods, to get them to buy. I know, I'm constantly looking around for whatever, to get them to buy P90X, give them a bonus, or to get them to buy a hard drive, some sort of information bonus, how to use the hard drive, how to properly set up your hard drive, whatever. Now, so how do we do this then? How do we go about doing it? Well, this is somewhere where you're going to want to reference your results formula training, because the real powerful thing that we want to do with information products is really connect the dots. Okay, we want to be able to go through somebody's entire experience and not skip over steps. We want to go all the way from the first step all the way to the last step. I was trying to figure out how to do a Google Hangout as a webinar, and it was incredible because everything that was out there, all the training that was out there on it, skipped steps, and I just couldn't figure out how to do it in a limited time. I was kind of trying to get it done a little bit on the fly. And so we really want to have things that connect all the dots, or if it's the kind of thing where people really have to put their creativity into it, like teaching somebody art or teaching somebody about relationship advice, or something about their faith or whatever, then at least